guys, welcome back to On Second Thought. Yeah. Okay. You may be noticing, listening, Sophie, you sound congested. Why, yes, I am. And I'm recovering. This past week I was ill, and it sucked. But it got me thinking. Because I was sick, I was able to rest. Luckily enough, I didn't have to go in for my internship this week, and I was able to rest and recover. Sort of, I still had class, but I was able to rest on the days that I didn't have my internship. And I was just thinking, the burnout is real. It's February. I'm tired. I'm tired politically. I'm tired economically. I'm tired spiritually. Genuinely feeling burnt out. And this is about the time that I would say, I'm going to take a break from podcasting. But I'm going to profit's not the right word. I'm going to utilize this feeling of burnout to share my specific experiences and just talk about it and talk about how I deal with it, because everybody experiences burnout. Like, come on. We live in a capitalist society that works us till we're dust. And we need to talk about it, because burnout's going to happen for the rest of our forever. Unless, I get rich and I can just stop working entirely. Let's hope. Anyways, let's get into it. So, obviously, I'm in school. I live in New York City. I have to take care of myself. I'm an adult. And it is just draining going to school every day. Having assignments that just feel mundane. It doesn't really feel like I'm getting much out of it. Like, obviously I am, but a lot of it is like reading and like having to do like weekly responses, which to me does not feel fulfilling. As hard as I try to get as much information out of those like readings that I have to do, it's so hard, because one week I finish the reading. After I have my lecture and discussion section, I then have to write a weekly response. So I have to refer back to the readings that I did. I feel like I'll go in, I have to basically like reread it, reskim it, get a better understanding of like what I took notes on, go from there. After I finish that response for the week, I have to get into more readings. So it feels like this endless cycle, and it's killing me. It is exhausting. So that has been causing a lot of mental burnout for school. Then I come home and I try to cook a lot for myself, but keep in mind, I'm taking 18 credits this semester. That's the max amount of credits I can take at my school. On top of that, I'm doing an internship, and my school like basically does not recommend that. And I know why, because the burnout is crazy. I have the privilege of having a campus that has food on it. I mean, okay, every campus does. But like, I have dining dollars, so I can go in different places in the city and get food with my dining dollars. That is a lifesaver, because I am getting so freaking burnt out on cooking right now. I don't want to cook a meal for myself unless it takes me 15 minutes or less. Minimal chopping, which sucks because I love cooking. I love like making delicious foods for myself, but coming home after a long day of just doing whatever I'm doing, my back hurts. I really just want to sit down and not have to like be hungry or worry about cooking. But as a human, we have to eat. I have to make food for myself. So what I've been doing is I'll just I get little dried ramen noodles from H Mart, and I just stock up on those, cook them in beef broth. I'll add in some shiitake mushrooms and bok choy in like the broth when it's boiling. put that in a bowl, add some miso paste, add some shoyu. It's a perfect meal. But that is like one meal that I have maybe twice a week. And the rest of the week, it's kind of up in the air. So yeah. But it's just so hard. Like thinking of new meals that are easy to cook, difficult, then having to clean up after myself. I'm just getting tired thinking about it. Like it's so much on top of like having to do schoolwork and an internship. Like, guys, this is hard. Life is not easy. And then on top of all of that, living in a city that is so like just fast paced, very like draining is truly like so impossible. Okay, it's not impossible, but it's not the lifestyle for moi, as I've spoken about before. Like, it would be nice if I could drive a car and get groceries and like be able to have more of a variety and feel like more confident about cooking myself a meal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like I don't have, like, I get the same food. And that is mainly what like makes me feel very burnt out on cooking. I just don't want to eat the same thing over and over again. But generally, those foods are easy for me to like work with, and I don't have to think very much about it. But like if I had a car and I could get groceries and actually like make a solid grocery list that doesn't just include like a few like ingredients, then I could make something grand. Also, I'm limited because my kitchen is tiny AF. So cooking is kind of just like off the table for me right now. I need a few months of just calm, no cooking, if that makes sense. On to the next, knitting. Creating, I'm starting to feel burnt out on that. Creating, okay, let's just focus on knitting because that's like the majority of the creating that I do. Creating, I create this podcast for my fellow listeners, but yeah, I just can't, I don't know, knitting is not feeling fulfilling for me right now. I know what the problem is. I'm making the same pattern over and over. Yeah. So that is 100% my fault. It's this little scarf pattern. It's the Sophie scarf. It's adorable. It's really popular right now. And like I keep buying yarn for it because I have a gift card. So it's like free yarn. And I think it's so cute, but really the burnout is crazy for the knitting. Like I just want to make a sweater. Good news, my dad actually got yarn for me, so I'm gonna make a sweater with that once I get it. Also, making a sweater for the BF right now, that's taking a while though. I had to put it on pause because my knitting needles, I had a little conundrum. I have had these knitting needles for about a year. I got them last December-ish from like an Amazon gift card that I got for my birthday. Pretty low quality. The wire that connects them, because they're interchangeable, was like snapping. Like 2 of the wires broke. So I had to get new knitting needles. It took over a month to get the knitting needles. But finally, now I have them and I can get back to work on his sweater. It is actually really fun because I'm following a pattern and it's like exciting and cool and all of that kind of stuff, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I mean, I don't even know what else to say about the knitting though. Like, it's hard because my life feels like it's consumed by creating like knitting stuff, especially since I'm taking machine knitting now. That's my elective, and I'm only doing swatches. So I'm only making like little squares, whatever, practicing different things. And like that feels so unfulfilling to me. Like knowing my possibility creatively with hand knitting is like, I can make a lot of really cool stuff, but obviously it takes a while. But like the thing that I was so excited about with machine knitting is it's so much faster. But because I have to learn all the basics first, it's taking some time to actually be able to get into like the nitty-gritty of making a garment. So yeah, I'm just getting burnt out on like the mundane, boring stuff of learning the basics of machine knitting. Like, let me make a freaking sweater already, okay? So I just need to be patient, and I'm trying not to get burned out on that because that's like an outlet for me, but it's dang hard, okay? Notice I'm trying not to swear. Anyways, also, this one has actually got me in a freaking chokehold recently. Getting dressed in the morning in February is the worst fucking thing ever. Like, I hate everything I wear. I hate all of my clothes. I feel so uninspired. Yeah, this is actually the first outfit that I've worn in like a while that I felt like, okay, this is really cute. It's like simple, but it's fun, and like I feel good. The only reason I feel that way is because it's actually 45 degrees out today, and I was able to not have to wear leggings under my jeans. And that made entirely a world of difference, which you would be like, why? But like genuinely, not having to worry about my underpants, my pants that go under my jeans, sticking out from my pants is like just such a comforting feeling. So yeah, I'm mad about having to get dressed in the morning. Like, it feels just like this cycle of like, what am I gonna wear? I'm gonna go to Pinterest and look at all these cute outfits. Oh, these outfits are so much cuter than what I have in my closet. Now I feel terrible because I'm not dressing super cute. So now I wanna buy clothes, and now I wanna spend money, but I don't have money to spend. It's just, it's a cycle. So I've started to like try to think of pieces that I have, get inspiration, and build off of that. So I have a few ideas written down that I'm going to try to execute later this week, with specifically with pieces that I already own, so I don't feel like I need to buy stuff. Even though I have bought quite a few things off of Depop recently. So I hope that I have enough space in my closet for that. Anyways, the burnout for getting dressed will go away once I can wear like warmer outfits. Like, it's not gonna be so cold. Like, I can wear a cuter jacket on the outside instead of like my long black coat, because like, yeah, I feel like that, not that it ruins an outfit, but like I have my outfit on and then I feel so good and then I have to cover it. So yeah, cleaning my apartment also. So this kind of goes hand in hand with like cooking. I hate doing the dishes. I hate doing chores in my apartment. But my routine has recently been Fridays in the afternoon. I finish my machine knitting class at 11:40. I come home, I sort my laundry, I go downstairs and do my laundry. While my laundry's going, I will clean my apartment. I'll vacuum, I will mop, I will wipe down the countertops, I'll clean the bathroom, I'll vacuum my couch because I've started vacuuming my couch random. But yeah, I feel like it kind of helps to have like a set day. But like the thing is this past week really shook me out of my normal routine because I was sick, and I met up with a friend on Friday after my class. So I didn't have enough time to like get everything done that I needed to as far as cleaning my apartment. Cut. So that was a little bit annoying. But yeah, I don't know, it just like feels so repetitive. And I feel like everyone feels this way. Like, having to clean just is like, ugh. Like, again. So I'm trying to just like shake things up a bit. So let me tell you how I'm trying to deal with the burnout, even though I'm currently in the burnout. I'm going to try to take more naps. That's usually like my thing. Like, I like to take a lot of naps. I've been too busy. I mean, I guess like this past week I took naps because I was sick, but like I've just been too busy recently to like actually take a solid nap. So that, and like getting more sleep at night, like I'm trying to go to bed early so that my brain can feel rested and reset, because I feel like a lot of my burnout just comes from being so tired and like not having enough energy to get the things done that I need to do. So then it like piles up and I feel like I'm just playing catch up the whole time. I also go in my calendar app and I try to map out every single thing I need to do. So like maybe that sounds overwhelming to some people, but it actually helps me a lot, so I can like be like, okay, these are the things I need to get done, and then I can add in the things that I want to get done. So like adding in a nap in my schedule, or like sitting down and having time to like watch TV and just genuinely just rest and do something like so brainless. Watch TV or read. I'm trying to get more into reading because it calms me more. Like I'm not having to like hear the information, I'm like collecting it with my eyes. Yeah, that's what reading is, Sophie. Sure. Okay. So that helps me feel a bit calmer. It also just like centers me and like helps me feel like, leads me into a nap, if you will, because it calms your brain down. I try my best to kind of take a pause on the things that I can. So knitting, I can put that down. I can pause knitting. As hard as it is, because it is like my like obsession and hobby, that like it just helps me stay like centered when I'm not feeling so burnt out. But like I'll take a pause on knitting. I'll try to take a pause on social media, because I feel like social media really gets me down and depressed, and I'm like seeing and collecting way too much information. So like those things I can stop absorbing, doing, whatever. I feel like another thing too, now that I'm thinking about it, is I watch some stressful shows. Like, okay guys, so right now I'm watching Lost, and I have frequently stayed up at night, like been woken up because I've had nightmares about that show. Probably like 4 times. I was like, oh my god, it's kind of bad. So I'm trying to not watch that show at night, because obviously it's stressing me out mentally. And I'm already stressed out from school. Why do I need to be stressed out while I'm watching television? So I'm trying to like chill, okay? Yeah. So, okay, for cleaning, I feel like this is so obvious, so easy. But when I'm cleaning like my apartment, I don't want to be in touch with the outside world. And my common mistake is I will try to call someone while I'm focused on cleaning. And that doesn't help, because then I am frustrated because I can't vacuum. Like, that's majority of the cleaning that I do. So when I can't vacuum because I'm on the phone, it takes up time and I get mad. So then I'm losing time. So what I'm gonna do instead, put my headphones on, only listen to music, or like a podcast, but music, because then I don't have to, like, I can still hear things, but I don't have to worry about wasting time because I'm locked in, if that makes sense. So yeah, you know what, guys? I don't think that there's one solution to burnout. I think that it's a cycle, and it just happens. And you get out of it, and you're feeling good about your career or school or whatever, friends and that kind of thing. And then it comes back. And I think that it's so hard, because personally, like, I literally just was talking about my routines last week. I am so deeply rooted in my daily routines that it is like really hard to kind of switch my routines in order to like avoid burnout. But at the same time, I find a lot of comfort in my daily, weekly routines so that I can keep up with myself mentally and make sure that I'm doing what I need to take care of myself. But yeah, I don't know. What are some of the ways that you guys deal with avoiding burnout? Because I would like to know so that I can try and implement it in my routine. I feel like the main thing, okay, there's a lot of main things, but just like not overextending myself too often, like with friends, because I think when I am feeling really burnt out, it's time for me to like focus on getting everything balanced in my life. And yes, I think friends can be really important in helping that balance, but I think also it's about just like really prioritizing your alone time and making sure that you are getting the things that you need to get done so that everything can go back to feeling balanced and you can feel calm once again. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you really loved my sexy, sultry voice, and I hope it didn't sound disgusting in like a smoker's voice. I will talk to you guys next week. I love you, and I hope that you're getting through your burnout because I'm trying. All right. Bye.